Business, discuss or approve SBRC resolution for phase 1 allowable growth.
Last spring when the legislature cut the phase 1 funding for schools, Sac was $39,417. They not only cut the funding for it, but they cut the spending authority for it as well. I'm not asking you to approve a resolution that would ask for the funding back because we're not going to get it. But one of the things that we would like to continue to do is whenever there are opportunities for us to either retain or restore spending authority that's been taken away, we would just as soon ask for that back. I think of the 50-plus schools that are AVI, 50 of them are going to submit requests to SBRC, and part of that reason is that when that spending authority is taken away, as a group of superintendents, we talked about the fact that the legislators might not have understood what negative effect that could have. They're really thinking probably more about, we garnered $39,000 from SAC, we got $47,000 from Wall Lake Government. They were looking for ways to find money. But I don't know that they really probably thoroughly understood just this process of what happens when they take away authority to spend. The application, once there is a resolution, if you pass that, nothing actually happens different other than when we get ready to structure our budget, then we might be able to count on that $39,417 built back into the budget for spending authority. But there's a simple online form. Wall Lake Government approved it, and I just went online and filled the basics of that out. There are so many applications that the original date was a December board meeting for SBRC, but they have a full roster of schools asking for modified allowable growth. So now the next bunch of us are in the March 4th, I think it is, or March 8th SBRC. We would ask to be on ICN. You wouldn't have to participate in that. I'd have to just provide some documentation about why we're asking for it. I'm pretty certain we're going to get denied. And you might say, well, then what the heck are we even doing this for? Part of it is the point that it's just sort of like eating away at either the actual cash that we have or the authority to spend it. And I think schools are really starting to believe that as long as we don't ever reply or kind of fight back, it just feels like it's okay to do. Well, good, we took that $2.5 million, then let's go look for something else, somewhere else that we can take as well. I just don't think that the legislators thoroughly understood, that every one of them, when they voted for this, understood exactly what was happening when they were looking for that cash. So it's painless. I say it's the right thing to do just on the moral, ethical side of it. And again, I think that the word from the DE is that we probably won't get it, but it may raise some awareness of the fact that schools of Iowa are wanting the legislators to pay attention to what they're doing to schools.
And then maybe looking at that, I spoke to some senators at a conference I was at. They told me that they cannot believe that the governor told us to use our reserves, and the cities and counties as well, without the state using their own reserves. He said, we don't spend ours, why should we ask you to spend yours down? I said, go get them. Go get them, Senator. We want you to all right in and take that on as your first charge. So what we need to do then is to pass a resolution if we are going to...
It's just a motion for the application to apply to SBRC to restore the spending authority for phase 1.
So moved.
Last year.
Okay. Marty seconds. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Carried. Okay.